So happy to be with you here today, this week. I couldn't be here on Tuesday. I was working with a client the whole day. I see your soul in your eyes. Thank you. How are you? I am really good, actually, and I am very excited about today's topic. And this was a request a couple of weeks ago from some of you guys. I don't know who requested this, but I took note. And then I have been researching quite a bit, actually. I went to the library, and then I was tapping into my own experience first. And then Christine, hi Ducci, I don't hear anything. For those of you who don't hear me, because I think, greeting from Austria, so it seems that people are hearing me. If you are having troubles, just disconnect from the session and come back to it, okay? So anytime you are experiencing technical problems, it's if it feels that it's just you and it's not the whole session, like I think I'm live, so make sure that you leave the session and then come back to it, okay? Because I'm pretty sure it's your problem, most likely, okay? Okay, so before getting started, I would like to do a quick practice, okay? Let's just get in a comfortable position, all of us together, okay? And then close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing that. And I would like you to just notice how you are feeling. Okay? Take a few deep breaths. If it helps you, just place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. And when you are breathing in and out, just notice how your hands move. Okay, sometimes that's a very grounding exercise for some people. And then you close your eyes and then you just breathe in and out and just notice how your hands move. Just take some time to connect with yourself, to transition. I don't know what you were doing before coming to this session, but just allow yourself a few seconds to transition into this session with intention. Allow yourself to just be present here. Just listen to your surrounding. What do you feel? What do you hear? How is your body? You feel any tensions in your neck? Do you feel happiness? Do you feel sadness? Do you feel excitement, curiosity? Just own whatever you feel. Doesn't have to be good, doesn't have to be bad, doesn't have to be anything. Just whatever that is, it is. And just allow space for that, okay? Today's topic is about trauma. And I know that this topic is going to be very emotional for some of you. And I just want you to take care of yourself. I want you to be aware of how you feel. And I want you to start noticing your arousal when it increases. You have to do something about it. You are the only one who can do something about it, really. People around you can give you tools, can give you strategies, but you are the one who needs to pay attention to how you feel. And you are the one who needs to find your own medicine, okay? Whatever that means to you. Maybe it's breathing. Maybe it's closing your eyes and going into a quiet place for a little bit. Maybe it's listening to music that inspires you. Maybe it's having a conversation with a family member that you always feel well after. Okay? Yeah, Cecilia, I will be recording this. Okay? So just allow for whatever it is to be. And this is something that when we are talking about trauma, it is necessary, okay? And you will notice that emotions are coming through me too, because I am letting them come out. I am letting them just be there. And we all have the capacity to feel other people's feelings too if we are grounded, okay? So I'm sure I'm gonna start experiencing a lot of stuff from you guys. And I'm just gonna let it flow through me if that happens, okay? So if you see me crying, if you see me like breathing deeply, whatever, that's my way to kind of help you release whatever it's coming up for you. Okay? So let's do a breathing exercise together. Okay? So let's breathe in for 4 and let's breathe out for 6. Okay? What this technique is going to do, it's going to signal your brain that you are safe. It's going to signal your brain that it's okay to relax. Okay? Because majority of the times our breathing is very shallow, very like when we do that, or maybe we are holding. This is something that I do. I'm just diving all day long sometimes. I just like do something and I just keep doing the activity and then I just don't breathe. It's like, okay, Emilio, you need to breathe, okay? So pay attention to your breathing during the day and let's do this exercise together, okay? Let's breathe for 4. Okay, let's get started. Let's breathe for 1, 2, 3, 4. Then hold it for a couple seconds and now exhale for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, inhale for 4. Hold it. Exhale for 6. Okay. Feel free to tweak the numbers. If this feels too extenuating for you, just reduce the number. You can do inhale for 3 and exhale for 4 or 5, or inhale for 2 and exhale for 4. It doesn't matter the length. What matters is that you exhale, hopefully double the amount of what you inhale. Okay, so if you choose to do 1, 2 inhale, like, then try to do double the exhale. When you do that, a few things happen. You are triggering your brain that you are safe. You are triggering your brain that you can relax, that there is no danger around you. You are not in arousal. You are not like getting your heartbeat up and your breathing is shallow because you are starting to maybe you want to run away, or maybe you are getting nervous, or maybe anxiety is starting to hit you. So when that happens, the breathing is one tool that we all have to try and control that. Okay? So I want to start by asking you guys, what does trauma mean to you? Thank you, Amy. So blessed to know you and this whole community here. Thank you for showing up every single session, Amy. I really appreciate your presence and your energy. So guys, what does trauma mean to you? Just feel free to share whatever is coming up for you. Okay? Severe stress, injury, neglect, abuse. Trauma is a disruption in our flow because it can come in so many ways, but that's always the impact, hurt, pain, loss of a loved one. Oh no, what happened here? Okay guys, I lost you, sorry. Trauma is a dramatic shift in your life, more than frozen back. Yeah, sorry guys, I don't know what happened. The app kind of kicked me out. Trauma is anything that has happened beyond our coping mechanisms at the time. Okay, more than frozen, welcome back. Yeah, trauma is any event in life that has happened and trapped in our body. Amazing, guys. These are all really good definitions. Okay. So one definition that I found: chronic disruption in connection, lasting emotional response to a traumatic event. So one definition that I have here and I like is: trauma is a deeply distressing or disturbing experience, a psychological emotional response to an event or an experience that is deeply disturbing. Okay, so trapped in the body, yes, I love that. And this is what happens when we experience trauma, when we experience any strong emotion that we don't know how to digest, we don't know how to manage, that gets trapped in our body, absolutely, in the form of tension, in the form of fatigue, in the form of pain, in the form of like anxiety, in the form of headaches, in the form of, it gets trapped in so many different ways. And this is why sometimes when we are moving our body, doing yoga, doing something like that, and we are feeling emotional, and then all of a sudden we start crying, or we start like noticing something, those emotions are getting kind of like liberated from the body. Okay? Distorted thinking. Yeah. Something really important to also understand is that trauma is our own reaction to an event. Okay? So this same event, I see my screen being very slow and I don't know what's going on. Sorry, guys. It seems that the app is not working very well today. Let me do. Just gonna get my computer ready in case this doesn't work. Just give me a second. Okay, I see the connection is choppy. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys, I don't know what's going on today with my life. It's the same setup and it seems that it's just not cooperating. Okay, let's try this now. So I was saying that trauma is our own reaction to an event. So this means that this same event can trigger different people in different ways. And this is something that is very, very important to understand, that the event itself, it's an event. It's just what it is. How we react to it, the meaning that we give to that event, that's what's going to make us feel trauma or not feel trauma. That's what's gonna make us feel strong emotions or not strong emotions. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Okay, okay, guys, I'm using a different phone now. Can you guys hear me from here? Oh no, start live. Yeah, I'm frozen. Can you guys see me now? I'm using a different device. Can you guys see me and can you hear me? Frozen, no audio. Yes, yes. Can see and hear. So you can see me and you can hear me too? Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this device then. Okay, let you go. So let me just put low sound. Yes, low volume. Volume is low. Okay. So I'm gonna use my computer. Okay, just give me a second. Gonna see if I can switch to using my computer. Okay, I'm gonna close this. I'm just gonna close this, okay, and okay, guys, I'm sorry about that. I just don't know what's going on here today. It just kicks me out. I don't know. I'm using my iPhone. That's what I always use. Same internet connection. Everything is good. So apologies for the technical issues that we are having. Okay. Universe asking that. Okay. So what I was gonna say, and hopefully I don't get interrupted again, is that so the event, it's an event, okay? And then sometimes 10 different people will react differently to this same event, okay? So one event can be traumatic for some and can be a good event for other ones, okay? And it all depends on your own experience. It all depends on your belief systems. It all depends on the meaning that you place on that specific event. And I have an example about this, about death, okay? This is something that I had the opportunity to travel to so many different countries. Like I was in India, in Sri Lanka, in Nepal, in Myanmar, in Vietnam, in Cambodia, in Singapore, in Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Egypt. So one of the things that I always pay attention to is like, how do different cultures deal with death? What kind of meaning do they place to a loved one passing away, a loved one dying, right? And that was really interesting because, for example, I was hiking in Myanmar, and I was hiking with a group of people, and we had a local guide, and then we were just going through a hike, and then we entered a village. And in that village, there was a celebration. Everybody was singing, there was music, food, and I was like, wow, this is so nice. Wow. So we were just participating there. And then when I asked someone, like, hey, what's happening here? What are you guys celebrating? Guess what they were celebrating? Just guess in the chat. What do you think they were celebrating? And I hope the chat is working. The death, passing of a loved one. Yes, they were having a celebration of someone's life. And they were gathering as a village, and they were celebrating all the good stuff that person did in their lives. They were sharing the memories that everybody had about that person. No one was sad, no one was crying, no one was dressed in black. It was very positive energy. That's what I felt, right? And then in other cultures, death is very sad. Death is very like muted. It's very negative. It's very heavy feeling. It's very so they were taking 2 weeks off around holiday. Yeah. So that's just one example, and there is no right or wrong way here. Okay. This is frozen again. Oh gosh. Okay. Just be patient. So that's just one example of same event in different cultures and how we deal with it. And again, I'm not saying that there is a right or wrong way of dealing with this. We all grieve in different ways. And I think the secret here is to be respectful of each other, is to be aware of what each person needs and just honor that, right? But there is also a huge influence in how we were raised, in the culture that we live in the beliefs that we have placed in, for example, death, or in, for example, in other things of life. Okay? So that's just one kind of trauma. There are other traumas that are different ones for us. There are trauma that is the meaning that we place to events. There are traumas caused by something that happened to us, like maybe strong things like rape, violation, war. Oh. Yeah, okay, I'm going to try something different. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to set my computer now because I think the app is just not working well. So just stay with me here for a second. You're back. Yeah, I'm back. I've been back like 10 times already. Yeah, so it's very important to understand that, and I was saying that the beliefs that we have been taught when we were little on how to deal with death, for example, and what death is, and the meaning that we place as a culture on death is something that is going to influence how we are going to feel when that event happens. Okay, that's something that we are going to experience differently. Of course, there are different kinds of death too. Some deaths are very violent, or maybe there was a huge accident and that was very traumatic. Some other deaths are progressive, are elder people, and then it's more assimilated. So again, everybody's gonna react differently to the same experience, different reactions from different people. And that's why sometimes it's important to understand. Yeah, probably need a very good internet connection, high speeds. Yeah, I honestly upgraded my internet for Inside Timer not long ago, and I have a lot of speed. So speed is not a problem. I have my computer ready in case I get kicked out again, so that I can just switch to my computer, okay? So I went to the library. My son's friend chose to take this live recently. It was hit me very hard. Oh, I'm really sorry, Beth, about that. Live events. Okay, I'm just trying to start my computer now. If it wants to start, press start when you are ready. In progress. It's me again. I was trying to log in with my computer and it's not logging me into the session. So honestly, guys, I don't really know what's happening here, but I can tell you it is not my internet connection and it is not my device, because I have 3 different devices and none is working. Okay, yeah, I'm not going anywhere, so don't worry. I will stick here with you. Okay, my computer seems to be connecting now, but okay, I'm gonna stick with my iPhone because I think the computer is even worse. Yeah, no, the teacher had this problem today. Yeah, that's fine. Hey guys, I am not stressed at all. I know that I am doing my best. I know that I was prepared. So the only thing that I can do is breathe through it and just try to do the best with what we have, okay? So I went to the library, as I was saying, just to get more information about the relationship between trauma and clutter. That's the topic for today. And I was reading a bunch of books, 6 or 7 books I think I took out. And this one here is the one that I chose to share a few things from inside. The book is called Healing from Trauma, okay, and it's a book from Jasmine Lee Corey. And when I take a book, I don't even look at the author. I just take the book, I open it up, and then I look inside, I look at the index, and I just look at the structure of the book, and I can tell very quickly if the book is the right one for me or not for this session, okay? This one was the right one, okay? Yeah, I can show the book. Healing from Trauma by Jasmine Lee Corey, okay? This is the book. And then I just want to read something about this book that connects trauma with clutter and connects why when we are experiencing trauma, the symptoms that trauma have, and then how that affects us as a person, how we function, okay? Yeah, I can post the name of the book in the circle, Cecilia, don't worry. So it says, we find a similar shutting down of the higher thinking center when the emotional brain, the limbic system, gets very active. Okay? Okay, so it's frozen again. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I don't really know if you guys are hearing me now. Let me see if I can refresh again. Okay, let's try again. Okay. Hey, I'm here. Don't worry, guys. I'm not gonna go anywhere, okay? So I will keep just popping in when I'm getting kicked out, okay? So don't worry. Don't leave the session. I will be just doing what I can to be here, okay? So the book says, when this happens, let me just close my computer right away because it's not working. Okay, so when the limbic system gets very active, okay, when that happens, emotion tends to take over. Emotions take over, and the thinking brain, okay, shuts down. So emotions take over, and the thinking brain shuts down. Some of the results you might see in this situation include the following: trouble focusing or concentrating, being highly distractible, poor short-term memory, poor impulse control, so that you act more impulsively without thinking, poor judgment, so you have a hard time making good decisions because you don't have a good judgment, and being very disorganized. Guys, being very disorganized. Okay? So these are some of the things that happens when the trauma activates and when you are feeling that arousement of emotions that shuts down the thinking brain completely. So as you can imagine, how can you be organized? How can you be focused? How can you be motivated when you are feeling this way? Okay? When you are feeling this way, there is no way that you can do that. You have to first find a way to get out of that stage, to get out of that hyper arousal that they call it, right? You need to calm yourself down. And the book is called, again, Healing from Trauma. Okay, by Jasmine Lee Corey. And this is frozen again. I will post it in the circle, so don't worry about that, okay? That's page 90. It's me again. Sorry, it takes a little bit to reconnect because Insight Timer, the new app, now, do you know, guys, that it shows you a quote every time you go into the app, and it takes like 3 or 4 seconds. I kind of like that, but sometimes I just want to do something fast and I have to wait for the quote to disappear. So I guess that's a patience test. So bear with me here. Every time I get kicked out, I will come back in. Don't worry, I'm not stressed. This is a sign. This is a good test, as you were saying, patient test. And again, this is we have an event here, that the event is that Insight Timer is not working properly today, and that's what it is. So I don't want to add any story to that. I just want to go through it as good as I can. Okay, and this is if you touch the screen, the quote goes away. Oh, Lisa, thank you. I didn't know that. I will do that next time. Okay, so another thing that I want to share from this book, okay, it was on page 90. It's what the book describes, the journey of healing. Okay, the journey of healing. When you are experiencing trauma, what are the steps that you can follow to heal? And I really like the main steps that the book shares. Okay, so the first step, and you guys can hear me well. You're kind. Thanks for your persistence. Just let me know if you can hear me. I think you can hear me now. Okay, perfect. So the first, the journey of healing. Okay, the will to heal. This is the first step. The will to heal. Okay, I'm getting kicked out again. There you go. Yeah, this is not working really well. Okay, what can we do here? We can hear you. Okay, so you can hear me. I think I see some delay here. So the first step is the will to heal. So you have to be willing to heal. That's the first thing, okay? Second one, being a good life manager. Okay? Being a good life manager. Okay? Step 3, your capacities. Okay, so these capacities are inner qualities like courage, compassion, humor, and hope. So nurturing those capacities. Okay? And if you guys want to type in the chat the steps, that will help me and know what you are listening, what you are hearing. So step 1, I saw it there, the will to heal. Step 2, being a good life manager. And I don't see the chat going, so I'm assuming that you guys are not hearing me. So I will just wait. Yeah, I got kicked out again. No problem. Back in. Okay, so step 3, your capacities. Amazing, thank you. Step 4, caring people in your life. So having people, surrounding yourself with people that cares about you, okay? So having caring people in your life, that's very important. Step number 4, okay? Step number 5, good physical health and energy, okay? And again, this is something always bear in mind, that everybody's gonna have different standards of what that means, okay? So you need to understand what's happening, and you need to understand how that works for you, because not everybody is going to be able to do the same kind of physical exercise, but doing your best when it comes to good physical health and energy, keeping your energy high, okay? Step number 6, money. Okay, say, let's face it, money makes available a lot of resources. Okay, so my computer is now syncing too. Okay. Okay, so money, it's important. It says that money makes life easier, and then when you have money, or you have good management of money, life is less stressful too. So it's just easier to survive. It's easier to like take care of yourself when money is not a constraint. Okay. Step number 7, healthy spirituality. Okay, having healthy spirituality, and this is something that is gonna mean something different for everybody, and that's okay. For some of you, you believe in God. Some of you believe in Allah. Some of you are Buddhist. Some of you don't believe in anything. Some of you believe in energy, in the source. It doesn't really matter what that is. What matters is that you have a healthy relationship with your own spirituality, whatever that means to you. Okay? At the end of the day, is you being connected with yourself and being connected with whatever you feel is out there. Okay? Step 8, having a caring partner. Okay? So this is important, of course. If you have a caring partner, how much more easier life will be, right? If a partner loves you, if a partner takes care of you, if you have a partner that is willing to understand what you are going through. Okay, I think it's freezing again. Having a caring partner. Thank you, Susanna, for sharing that in the chat. Amazing. Step 9, it's help with your various needs. Okay, so basically it says that we need to create an army of people around us that can help us with specific tasks. For example, someone can take care of your IT problems with your computer. Someone can help you with money, to like how to make a budget, how to deal with money, how to pay bills, etc. if you are struggling with that. Some other people can take care of the house maintenance if that's what you need. So I think this step is important, to like being open to receiving help, because when you are not feeling well, like it's important to be open to receive help. Not everybody is, and when you are suffering, it's difficult to ask for help, but it is necessary sometimes to be open to, I need help and I am willing to receive it. So that's a very important step. And step number 10, living in balance. Okay? Whatever that means to you. Living in balance. Step number 10. Okay? And let me know if you heard the step number 10 in the chat, because I see myself frozen again. Okay, I'm kicked out again. Okay, let's do it again. So inside timer. $2.16. Okay, step number 10 was living in balance, whatever that means to you. Okay, so Candy says, what does living in balance mean, Emilio? So Long time since I've seen you. Hi, Nati Nati. So living in balance means being intentional with your life, having a lifestyle that nurtures you, finding your own medicine. Basically, it's another description for this specific topic. What does that mean? That means thinking about your week, and this is an exercise that I always invite you guys to do, designing your ideal week. A week that includes what you need to feel well. What do you need to feel well? Some people need to exercise 3 times a week. Some people need to write in their journal every day for 5 minutes. Some people need to do yoga twice a day, or twice a week, or whatever, how often that is for you. Some people need to see their family every week. Some people every month. Some people every year. Some people never. You know what I mean? So understanding what you need. Some people need a lot of creative time. Some people don't need creative time at all. Some people enjoy watching sports on TV and that's what they need to feel calm. Some people don't. Some people need to meditate every day. Some people don't. So it's about being curious about what do I need in my life to make me feel well? What do I need to see in my life? What do I need to do so that I can heal properly? So that I can create an environment that helps me thrive, an environment that supports my needs. Okay? And that's going to look so different for each of you. Okay, and I think, are we frozen again? 216. Okay, can you guys hear me still? I see the chat frozen too. I have the feeling I'm gonna get kicked out again. Okay, kicked out again. Okay, let's go in again. Inside timer. Live events, Emilio, enter live. Amazing. Okay, so I'm back again. For those of you guys, for those of you who need more, like just remember that I have 3 courses here on Inside Timer. I have one about self-care. It's a 10-day course. I have one of 14-day course about minimalism, how to embrace minimalism in your life. That's the same as how to embrace balance in your life. It's the same idea, the same concept. I teach you how to create your ideal week, how to create your self-care plan, and how to create an environment, not only physical, but also like mentally, emotionally, time management wise, so that you can thrive in life, that you can make your life more simple, so that for those of you who are struggling with anxiety, any kind of trauma, having a simplistic lifestyle is going to help you have more time to focus on what's important, that is healing. Okay? If you have to deal with 1,000 things, you don't have time to heal. You don't have time to meditate. You don't have time to be with yourself and be calm. And you are always hyper arousal. You're always having to do stuff, stressed out, overwhelmed. And let me tell you that feeling doesn't help you heal. Okay? It doesn't. So that's why it's so important to be intentional. That's why I create these courses. That's why I am inviting you. If it feels good to you, if you are ready to get started in the healing journey and you want to create a more simplistic lifestyle, just get started taking one of those courses that I created. The last one that I created is a 30-day course on how to create your clutter-free home. And home is so important for all of us because home is shelter. And shelter is a basic human need. Okay? So if you don't feel well at home, if you go to your home and you are not relaxed, how are you supposed to heal? How are you supposed to find the time or the space? Again, okay, I got kicked out again. Just hold on with me here. Okay, inside timer. Inside timer. Okay, learn live events, Emilio, enter live. Okay, and the last course that I created is a 30-day course on how to create your clutter-free home. Because guys, if you don't feel well at home, if your home is cluttered, I just started talking now because I know I'm live, okay? If your home is not something that supports you, if you don't feel well at home, how are you supposed to heal? How are you supposed to have the calm time, the space for you to be with yourself? It's so difficult. So I invite you to take some of those courses. Just get started. The entry point for some of you to make your life simpler, to start creating time, space, and energy to be able to heal from trauma, it's by, so for some people it's physical space, for some people it's self-care, for some people it's embracing minimalism in different areas of their lives. We all have different entry points to get started in our healing journey. There is not a standard recipe for you to follow. So that's good and that's bad. That's good because you can be unique and you can customize your journey as you like and need. It's bad because it's not as easy as just following a step-by-step process, right? But I try to create a step-by-step process in those different areas that you can follow and then see how you feel. For example, you meditate with yourself and then you notice how you are feeling, and then you have the need of, I need to prioritize self-care. I don't know why, but that's what feels good to me. So then do that. Okay? Imagine that you say, I need to feel well in my space. Until I don't have a space that supports me, I will not be able to practice self-care. So for you, creating a home that is calm, that's the priority for you. So I will invite you to get started doing that, because that's what your body is asking for. That's what you are asking for. Okay? For some other people, it's like, I'm really bad at time management. I can never get things done because I'm really bad at managing my time. Okay? So for those people, getting started with learning how to manage your time is gonna be the priority. So there is not a right or wrong approach here. Everybody is going to have a different approach and a different entry point. And that's perfect and that's beautiful. Okay? Back again. Hey! So everybody is going to have a different entry point, as I was saying. So when you sit with yourself and you close your eyes and you see how you feel, some people are gonna feel like, I need to prioritize my self-care. That's what feels good to me. So do that. For some people, it's like, until I don't have a home where I feel well, I will not be able to practice self-care. So for you, maybe creating your clutter-free home should be the next step, because that's what feels true to you. For some other will say, I would love to do more things, but I just don't find the time. I'm really bad at time management. I need to learn how to be better with my time. So for you, maybe time management is the entry point for you to be able to create the environment that you need, because that's what you need right now. So you have the answer. Okay, I have created different courses. I have 2 upcoming workshops that I am willing to help you deeper if you want to join. But you know what you need. You know what feels good to you. And I will invite you to trust your gut feeling here. Sit with yourself, close your eyes, see what comes up. And if what comes up for you is self-care, prioritize self-care. If what comes up for you is relationships, promote the relationships. If what comes up for you is to create a beautiful clutter-free environment, promote that, prioritize that. Okay? And how to do that? You have courses here that I created, courses from other people that you can check. I have 2 workshops coming up that you can explore. I offer one-on-one mentoring video calls if you need further support. You can explore other teachers here on Inside Timer on the topics that you need. I only have free version Inside Timer, and it's hard to find the free courses. Megan, it's so worth it to invest in Inside Timer. Pay, I think it's like $70-$80, and you have a full year access to any course on the platform. I think that's priceless. Honestly, it is. So I don't think that should be a problem, honestly. Like, paying for the members plus is not that expensive, and I think the value that you get it's incredible. I take courses all the time. And do they have scholarships? I don't really know if they have scholarships. What, 60 years? It's awesome. I agree. Yeah, like, guys, don't look only at the cost of for example, Insight Timer, or if you want to join my workshop and you look at the price, or if you want to join a different program, don't only look at the price tag of that program. Look at what are you going to get from it. What are you going to stop wasting when you do that program? Because my programs, I guarantee you that if you take my program about paper management, I guarantee that just you not paying late fees, it's gonna pay for the program alone. Okay? And that's the reality for everybody that I work with. Same with time management, same with how much more productive you are going to be when you learn a new skill. Okay? How much more motivated you are going to be when you are doing something that you like, when you learn strategies to improve your life in a way that feels good to you. So that's what you have to think about. Sometimes it is not a cost, it is an investment. Okay? Yeah, what's costing you not to have it? That's a great approach, Yami. What is costing you the inaction of not doing something? How much is that costing you? Okay? And again, it's a, guys, if you are struggling with money and you need a one-on-one with me, you can find me online and we can find a way to make it work. So don't let money be an excuse, please. Don't let money be an excuse, because there are a lot of options out there that may not involve spending money or very little money for what you are going to get out of it. Okay? So before I go, I would like to share signs of healing, something that the book shares, and I think it's something that is inspiring to read. For those of you who are doing the healing journey with trauma, I think reading these things is going to help you understand how much progress you are making. Okay? Are you guys there? Can you hear me now live? Just say yes in the chat so that I'm not talking to myself. I think there is some delay. Yes. Okay, so signs of healing. And please just write step 1, step 2 if you can in the chat so that I know that you guys are getting this. Step 1, you realize that the past is finally over. Step 1, you realize that the past is finally over. Okay? I will share the book after, don't worry. Step number 2, you are willing to let the past be past. Okay? I think it's frozen again, but let's see. Step 2, you are willing to let the past be past. Okay, hopefully someone can write that in the chat so that I can confirm that you have received it. You are willing to let the past be past. Amazing. Step number 3. Okay, I got kicked out again. Let's come back in. Hopefully for the next time, for the last time. Insight Timer. Learn. Live events. Emilio. Enter live. Okay, here we go. Live again. Okay, step number 3. The future opens up to you. Step 3, the future opens up to you. Okay? Thank you, Susanna. Step 4, you have more room to be. You have more room to be. To just be yourself. To allow whatever is coming up. Thank you, Susanna. Step 5, You have let go of habits and behaviors that are not in your best interest. Okay? You have let go of habits and behaviors that are not in your best interest. Okay? Step 6. You have let go of relationships that are not healthy for you. So you have let go of relationships that are not healthy for you. Okay? Step 7. Very important. Step 7, guys. I love this step. You stop being a victim and no longer collapse in response to threat. Okay? Step 7. You stop being a victim and no longer collapse in response to threat. So this means that you are choosing to react differently. You are choosing to get control of the situation. You are choosing to react in a different way to that situation. So you are not a victim anymore. You are not an automatic response to a trigger anymore. Okay? Step 8. Your trauma-related symptoms aren't in your way anymore. Okay? Step 8. Your trauma-related symptoms aren't in your way anymore. And I think this is frozen again. But okay, yeah, it kicked me out again. Okay, hopefully the last time. Okay, inside timer. Inside timer. Must be a hard day for the app. Maybe a lot of people are using it. Don't really know. Live events. Emilio. Enter live. Okay, back in, guys. Step 8. Your trauma-related symptoms aren't in your way anymore. Okay? So this means that you are aware of them and you don't let them control you anymore. Step 9. You feel better. Step 9. You feel better. Yvonne, I will share the book that I'm reading right now, okay? Let me finish the steps before I get kicked out again. Step 10. You experience a change in how you see yourself, transitioning from feeling like a victim to someone who has not only survived, but has healed. Okay? Step 10. You experience a change in how you see yourself, transitioning from feeling like a victim to someone who has not only survived, but has healed. Okay? So these are the steps that I wanted to read from the book. It's Signs of Healing. The book is called Healing from Trauma, from Jasmine Lee Corey. Okay? It's a random book that I found at the library. I took out like 7 or 8 books from the library about trauma. I had a pick to them, and this is the one that I felt like sharing today with you guys. This is the one that talked to me. Okay? And I will share these steps in the circle. The circle name is Your Thriving Lifestyle. You can join that circle here on Inside Timer, and then you can, I will share these steps in there so that you can have them. The connection today has been very, very choppy. Apologies about that. I guess there is something going on with Inside Timer. I think I had to go back in like 20 times, but I don't care. I am really glad that you guys were here with me, that we made the best out of this experience. And that's the most important thing. Sometimes life happens the way it happens and we cannot control it. And this is a great example of how technology is getting on the way and I cannot do anything to improve it. So the only thing I can do is be patient, be consistent, and just stick to it. And we have done 60 minutes together, regardless of all the technical support and technical problems that we have had. So guys, I want to congratulate you for your patience. I want to congratulate you for your willingness to like work through this together, and for your willingness to don't let these technical difficulties get on the way of us doing this session today, because it was amazing. It is necessary, and many of you hopefully got motivation from today's session to keep healing, to keep creating the environment that you guys want to create for yourselves. And this is, I think, the main takeaway from this session, that it doesn't matter what happens. What matters is how we react to what happens and what we make out of it. And we can always choose to make the best out of circumstances. It is our choice to do that. Okay? I understand that some circumstances are more challenging than others, and I understand that sometimes we feel collapsed by circumstances, and that's okay. When that happens, we need to own that. We need to be aware of, guys, I am overwhelmed right now. I am feeling traumatized right now. This experience is too much for me right now. I don't know how to digest this. So I'm going to go back to self-care. I need some time with myself. I need to do some meditation. I need to go to the gym and exercise really hard. I need to go for a walk by myself in the forest. I need to just lay down with my dog and pet him for an hour. Do whatever you need to cope. Do whatever you need to bring yourself down. But don't forget to own what you are feeling, because it is real. Okay? It is real for you right now. You are feeling overwhelmed. You are feeling anxiety. You are feeling threatened. You are feeling unsafe. You are feeling that you cannot trust anyone. Whatever you are feeling it for a reason. Okay? And even if you don't understand why, don't try to control that either. Okay? Don't try to control, why am I feeling this way? Just let it be. Sit with it. Be okay in it. That's the only thing you can do. Just be okay feeling that. Let it be in your body. Let it move. Let it move through your body in a way that hopefully you can let it go. Okay? Okay, guys. Again, more resources for you until our next live. Enjoy some of my courses that I have here on Inside Timer. Check the workshops that are upcoming in January and February. Check the one-on-one mentoring if that sounds good to you and we can do a session together. Explore other teachers on different topics about trauma, that in Inside Timer they have amazing teachers on trauma-specific techniques, specific meditations that you may enjoy. Just keep being curious. Keep searching. Keep doing what you need to do. Keep trusting your gut, okay? Because you are the one who knows best what your medicine is. And you are the one responsible for finding your medicine. It's not someone else's responsibility. They can help you, they can guide you, but you are the only one who can go inside yourself and see what's happening. See what's going on in there. See what you need. Okay? The more you practice this, the easier it's going to become for you to really become aware of it, to really feel it, and then do something about it. Okay? Guys, I think it's time to go. Thank you so much for being here. I hope I couldn't really keep up with the chat because it was kind of broken down. So if I missed some of your comments, apologies about that. I normally do a good job of reading all of them, but today it was a special occasion and it's what it is. And it was perfect and beautiful. So thank you so much for being here, for sticking all the way to the end. There are almost 400 people here, so I can sense the energy of all of you. Thank you for choosing to connect here today, and I hope to be able to support you further in whatever way you need with some of my courses, meditation, workshops, or in my next live. Okay, you will see that I have programmed lives all the way to like mid-February, I think. No, mid-January. So you will see lots of topics coming up. I have a couple of special meditations close to the end of the year that I'm so excited about. They're gonna be beautiful. We're gonna be reflecting about 2021. We're going to set the intentions for 2022 together in the form of a meditation. So I am very excited to facilitate that for you and to actually do it with you, because I'm gonna do it too. So thank you so much for your energy, for your beautiful presence. And I don't know why I'm getting emotional. Okay, guys, have a beautiful day. And thank you so much for being here. Adios. 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 Adios.